Hey folks, this is Chris with Western Harmonics, and I'm sure you're here wanting to know about the product availability update for the solar-powered fans. It's August 3rd, 2023, and to cut to the chase, we're going to be in stock here over the next 4 weeks. We've produced a considerable number of motors. We've got quite a bit that we're going to be sending out on pre-order. We've sent out quite a bit on pre-order already, so let's just delve right into this. But we do need to talk a little bit about money. We'll have a little scenery while we talk here. This is some of the animals here at the boarding facility in Tucson. So we've been on pre-order and we've produced and sent out over 1,000 of these livestock fans over the past 24 months. And you know, I hate the fact that we have just not been able as a company to produce enough to keep up with the necessity that exists among our horse owners that have come in and purchased for run-in sheds and for barns and for other agricultural related facilities. So where I'm at with things at the moment is we've got to raise a bunch of capital. We've done some pre-orders here. There's really not as many pre-orders as we've had open as a company here over the years that have come and gone. But you know, Bo here, for example, has had this fan for a year, and it's made a big difference in the summer in terms of, you know, dealing with the record heat that we've had in Arizona. So we're raising some capital. I'm going to click off of this and I'm going to go to the next scene, and we're going to be back in the office here. But we do need to talk a little bit about money. One of the things that they have been very, very efficient about here in the southwestern US, particularly Arizona, is, you know, talking a big game about things, but when it comes time to deliver, especially when it is necessary to raise up capital, you know, it comes down to being all talk. And, you know, the result is when we sell out in May, as we have for the past 2 years now, because we are just producing as much as we can, and a lot of times it's just-in-time shipping where goods are being made, you know, and going out as quickly as they're being produced. Because we don't have the investment to produce a large amount in advance over the winter, it's kind of an inconvenience for everybody nationally. And, you know, I think that my company has the ability to handle somewhere north of 5,000 or 6,000 units in a given summer. But we never are able to realize that potential, both internationally in parts production and here in the home states in manufacturing and assembly and delivery. It comes down to money. And what I'm proposing is that anybody that sees this video, if you've got somebody that you know that might be a good fit as somebody to connect with, to come in and maybe play a role in the company and provide this piece, I am definitely on the hunt. I'm looking for team members to begin with, but we really, on the running the business side of this, need to grow. So that being said, we're going to delve right into the next product, which is on pre-order, which is a livestock fan of a smaller size, and we're going to talk a little bit about the two-fan system. So here's that part. I've gotten a lot of questions about the size comparison and performance comparison between the 20-inch fan and the solar-powered two hanging fan kit. So I've got them sitting side by side. I don't have the 100-watt panel for the larger fan in this picture. I do have the 25-watt panel and the two fans for the smaller two-fan kit. So in terms of performance, the 20-inch fan is moving thousands of CFM of air versus the smaller fans, which are going to do about 400 CFM. So you get about 800 total out of the two of them together versus 3,500 out of the larger fan. So in terms of performance, even though there's two fans there, it's about 1/3, which leaves a gap in between. And the reason I bring this up is I'm going to pause the video here and we're going to come back with another view. We have this 16-inch fan that goes right in between. This is a great fan. It uses less power than the larger 20-inch fan. It does have a larger draw than the smaller 12-inch. It's got a 16-inch overall cage size, 14-inch blade. And unlike the 20-inch fan, this is an AC/DC fan where it can be plugged into the wall or it can run with solar and battery. There's also solar direct running. However, if you're going to put this out into an enclosure or a pen or a barn or a shed, it's a good idea to have it with battery. So the question might be, can the 16-inch fan plug in to the panel that comes with the 2-fan kit? And the answer is yes, and it will run the fan, but it's not going to be the correct size panel. What we're going to do is we're going to get a test here with an anemometer for the wind reading, and then we're also going to get the watt meter out, and we're going to get what the electrical usage is plugged into the wall. And you know, we're going to find that this fan right here is an excellent choice if you've got a small pen where you've got, for example, goats, or if you've got perhaps a small work area where you just need a fan in the work area. You know, any of these backyard type sheds, this is a great option. And with battery, this allows you to have off-grid lighting, and as well any other DC powered device that's going to be less than 10 amps electrical rating, you've got the infrastructure in place to go ahead and power it up. So to start off with, we're going to get out the anemometer and take a look at this guy and see what we get. Okay, for folks that have followed any of the previous videos, you're probably going to already know what this is. What I've done is I've plugged in an extension cord into a wall outlet, and then I've got it plugged into this device right here, which is reading watts. So I'm going to go ahead and just set this down like this and hit the on button with the fan just to demonstrate a quick startup and performance. Okay, this is going to be low. This is going to be medium. And this is going to be high speed. So let's just get a reading on this. What I've got here is an anemometer. We're going to set this to foot per minute. And what's going on is this little impeller in here is spinning by the wind that's being generated from the fan. And that's giving us a reading of how many feet per minute. So about 8 inches back from the blade, we're getting about somewhere between 850, well, yeah, somewhere between 850 and 900 feet per minute. With this kit, you know, the way the wiring is put together, we have a drop coming off of the solar panel, and then that comes down to this splitter. And what I've done is just disconnected the plug and play right there. These are the extension cords that are in the kit with the panel. So this is basically an identical wiring configuration up to this point. At this point, rather than running on a solar panel, what we're doing is we're coming over here to the wall plug-in, and we've got 0.02, 0.03, next to nothing in terms of background usage for watts. I'm going to go ahead and turn these two fans around. I'm going to pause the video while I do this. And I'm going to put them both on the high speed, and we're going to get the reading for both of those, and then just make a quick comparison to see what the measurement might be between these guys and the 16-inch fan. Okay, I've got both of these fans turned on onto the high speed setting. Let's take a look at what we got in terms of electrical draw. We are at 11.20 watts. So in that sense, hyper efficient. And this size is really a great choice for, you know, a small greenhouse, chicken coops, you know, even for a small shed. This is not bad. It does a decent job. Let's take a look at the outflow coming off the fan. This fan, we've got 500 feet per minute. So it's a little less strength in terms of airflow. And it's also smaller, so there's less of it. Versus the 16-inch fan, you know. We've got quite a bit less real estate going on there. But we do have a comparable airflow, but it's just on a smaller amount. Let's check the other fan. Let me go over here to the side so we're not ganging up the two of them together. Essentially the same. Essentially the same. So maybe if you consider these guys beside each other, which is a reasonable performance for two individual fans running off of, you know, 11 watts. That's not very much.